Welcome to ModiMakes.
What's good, everybody? My name is Modi, this is ModiMakes, and today I'm going to be working on a piece for a show that I have coming up this Saturday at El Corazon called Pancakes and Booze. And in the week leading up to any show, I'm always really busy because I want to make sure that I have everything set up, everything looking good, and make sure that my presentation is going to be crisp and everything like that. I got a lot of different various little things that I need to get done to make sure I'm ready for the shows. But I always like to make one final canvas piece in every week leading up to a show just to see if I can make something that I like more than the other stuff that I'm going to be bringing and replace one of the pieces. Because you know, with new stuff you can always come up with new and better ideas than the stuff that you've been working on before, and as you work on a style you continue to master and continue to come up with new designs that are really nice. And sometimes the pressure builds like nice diamonds out of it, you know what I mean, with the stress coming up to the show and really wanting to show something off. So let's see if I can make a piece that is gonna be very purchasable for someone today. So for this painting today, I had this idea rattling around in my head that I kind of wanted to work with like a ghost figure for one of my characters. It's just something that I would enjoy to see. It's a new challenge to present to myself. And I have done something like this in the past with the tote bag commissions that I did with the spray paint ghost, and I thought it would be a fun idea to revisit. Plus it could be something that like is really visually interesting to a consumer. I was working on the sketch for a little while and I came up with this idea of like a ghost mixed with a flower put together, and I wanted to entitle the character the Gloom, mostly because it's the combination of the words ghost and bloom put together, but also because I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom recently. They call this like red gloopy stuff that's all over the ground gloom in that game, and so I think it's just been on my mind and I liked that kind of play on words for this piece. And the whole idea for the character, like the meaning of the piece, is really about kind of nostalgia. Because nostalgia can be this really beautiful thing, you know, you look back on stuff in memories in your life that make you really happy, that make the world seem really bright. But there's also this kind of dark side to it in that when you think of things in a nostalgic way, this sort of sadness can creep in about how those days are past and you can't get back to those days and what have you. And nostalgia can really bring in some negative feelings in that way too. So I wanted to use that idea of like looking at the world through rose-tinted glasses, being that a rose is a flower, got me to the floral part of it, even though it's not going to be a rose, but then having this like darkness creeping into the flower, this ghost creature, this like sinister being that's kind of leeching away the happiness from your happy memories in that way. And that's why the figure will also be two-faced. One half of its face and mouth will be one way and one half will be another way, but both showing off this kind of sinister smile with these creepy sort of eyes that aren't quite matching up. And all of that's just kind of bringing me to this idea for this ghost flower that we're going to be working on today. So let's get into it, shall we, and see if I can make something that I'm going to want to bring to the show this weekend. Well, there you have it, my peoples. The Gloom is complete. And you know, I'm very happy with how this one turned out. I liked the design a lot initially when I created it on the sketch. When I got the line work down, I was really happy with how all the line work turned out before I did all the coloring and everything for this character on the canvas and all that. And now that I see it in full color, everything's painted and it's completely finished, I'm extremely happy with it. And I think I am going to be bringing it to the show this weekend. I think it's a very visually interesting piece. I think it's also a relatable character, and I think it would just look good on someone's wall. So I think it would be enticing for someone to want to buy it. There is a couple things now that I'm just finished with it and I haven't really stepped away from it for a little bit that I'm still considering whether or not I should do. Initially I was thinking that maybe I should use this chisel tip posca for some of the line work to get a little variation in the line work and get some really thick lines and some really thin parts as well. But I'm not sure, the line work right now is very clean and I enjoy it and it has a lot of character to it, but I'm wondering if it would improve it or if it would make it worse if I tried to do that chisel tip brushwork on it. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get you guys' opinion before the show, so I probably won't do it. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. If I should, maybe the piece doesn't get sold and maybe I'll have it with me and I could work on it some more later. But let me know if you think that I should try doing some of that and getting a little bit more line weight variation in certain parts to emphasize different pieces of the thing. I was thinking maybe on the petals of the flower and maybe on the ghostly robes and stuff like that, and then still leaving some really thin line work in other parts, like the kind of lava lamp design in the robes and obviously on the fingertips and stuff where I really want it to be super thin and crisp. And let me know what y'all think about the piece in general in the comments below. I'll be looking through all of them and responding to them personally as I always do. And if you like the video, go ahead and give me a like. That would be fantastic. And if you like me, you like the channel and you want to help support me, the number one thing that you can do is to subscribe. I really couldn't thank you enough if you did. It means the world to me. And with all that out of the way, and without further ado, let's get in those final shots, shall we?
Thanks for watching.
You